The game's future stars are on display as minor league baseball comes your way on the show. Today we've got a good matchup ahead between the Birmingham Barons and the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. Prince Stockman will be on the bump for game 2 of the series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Well, this guy's kind of unique. How about a 5-pitch repertoire that he has that gives him a lot of options for both righties and lefties, and if he's on, he could be really tough to hit.
Coming to the plate now, Theo Jamison, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Jamison.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And a curveball in for a strike. On the ground to second base. This could be 2. To second for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out. Now at the plate, Theo Jamison.
Now batting, left fielder.
First pitch coming. Here it is.
Jamison.
Big breaker that time as it catches the inside for a called strike.
I guess the game plan from the offensive standpoint today coming into this one was they were going to work the counts. They've been super patient at the plate in the early goings of this game, and they've got the lead looking for more.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Hard hit at third.
Come on,
and he knocks it down. And the recovery will not be in time at first, and the inning will continue following the infield single. And Charlie Tilson now comes forward. He scored a run after stroking a double in his first at-bat.
Yeah, give me a repeat performance of that last double. With a man on first right now, let him run and get you a ribby.
Swing and a miss at a big breaking ball, and that's how the inning comes to an end.
So no runs on it. Now at the plate, Daryl Sumner. And we'll see what he can do here with a pair of runners on base and 2 gone here in the 5th.
Sumner.
Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. Gone. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left. Home run number 3 here in the early going, as that'll pull him even at 4 apiece.
Wow, not every call is going to go your way, and there are some pitchers that pitchers think are pitchers' pitches, and you don't get that, and it puts you.
Digging in to try it again, Theo Jamison.
The left fielder, Theo.
First delivery to him on the way. Gonzalez is over to take a look. 4-4 is our score as we play the 6th. Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2. And he comes back with a fastball. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Nothing doing here this half. We'll see 8, 9, and 1 due up in the bottom. So coming to the plate, Theo Jamison. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system, especially now he's got to bear down. He gets the 2 strikes in this spot, has to put the ball in play. He wasn't letting that one go. Jumped on the first pitch right there and drove it into the outfield for a base hit.
The center fielder.
Digging in, Charlie Tilson. There's 1 away. The runner at first represents the potential go-ahead score. Double play is in order, however.
All right, make the turn.
Swinging a soft liner and a reach, but he can't get there as it falls. And with that, the go-ahead runs up to second now with only 1 away.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
Batting, the catcher.
Now at the plate, Alejandro Dominguez. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. A ball hit hard to the left side. Oh, and he can't reel it in out there. On to first, and even after the bobble, it's a double play, and the inning.
Hey, it took them an extra frame to do it, but hey, they're not going to complain as they lock up a nice road victory here in 10 innings.
A one-run finish today, 5-4 the final score. Jimmy Gant claims the win out of the pen, his first. Alexis Mejia closes the door for the save, his third of the campaign. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. It's time for baseball now as the show's tour of the minors continues with a stop in the Southern League. Tonight we've got a good matchup in store between the Birmingham Barons and the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. It's Rob Katimer will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, it wasn't a great performance in his last start, but he did pitch well enough to earn the win. We'll see if he can turn in a little bit better performance in this one.
Digging in, Theo Jamieson. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's contest.
Theo Jamieson.
First pitch coming. Here it is. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. Liner towards second. And that's into the outfield for a one-out base hit.
There you go. Good job. Good job.
Well, after being late on a fastball there, it looked like they did him a favor.
Yeah, Matt, that's surprising right there. I don't understand that pitch sequence. He blew the fastball right by him, sped up his bat with the off speed, and got hurt.
Batting 7th.
Set to get his evening at the plate started, Oliver Bearden. And it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year. Looking to get things turned around in a hurry. Heading out towards shallow right. Pena makes the catch, and now they might be able to double them off at first. Stepping up to the plate, Theo Jamieson. He reached on a single in his first try.
Theo.
First pitch of the at-bat. Hit out towards second. Backhanded. Throw to first in time. One gone here in the fourth. In now, Theo Jamieson. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Jamieson.
This is line to left. But this will hang up just enough as he takes it in stride in left center for the second out. Standing in as the potential tying run, Harmon Guerrero. But a single here could reduce the deficit to only one. Here's the 1-2. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Jamieson giving chase. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning. Riding in once again, Theo Jamieson. He'll try and lead things off here in inning number 9. Now a drive out to left center field.
Keep going. Go 2.
Around first, digging for 2. And now it'll rattle up against the wall. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
You always want to start an inning off with a bang, and I'd say this qualifies. He gets a fastball and doesn't try to do too much with it. Goes with it to the opposite field towards the gap and picks up the leadoff double.
Now batting.
Standing in, Oliver Bearden. Now the 3-2 pitch. Skied into straightaway right. Moving under it, Pena. And that's the first out of the inning.
On the back, pick it up.
The relay throw. The tag, and he is out at third base.
Well, as a former pitcher, you know I love these low-scoring games as opposed to those slugfests. This was like a throwback game when home runs weren't so common and pitching was really dominant. No complaints here.
Tonight's ball game comes to a close, 3-1 the final. Birmingham led this game from the third inning on and never wavered. Carlos Caruso earns the win, his second. Alexis Mejia wraps it up for the save, his fourth of the season. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a special presentation of MLB The Show. For more, follow us on Twitter at MLB The Show. Minor League Baseball is live and on the air on the show. Ought to be a good one here between the Birmingham Barons and the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. Kevin Grimsley has the ball for the 5th game of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, it wasn't a great performance in his last start, but he did pitch well enough to earn the win. We'll see if he can turn in a little bit better performance in this one.
Now in the box, Theo Jamieson, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Theo Jamieson.
First offering on its way. This is on the ground over
Go,
the
go,
first.
go, go, dig.
And he'll step on first for the out, 3 unassisted. Now at the plate, Theo Jamieson. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result as his last at bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll too.
Sacrifice was in order right there as he gets the bunt down right there. And sometimes it's easier to just tag him instead of making that throw to first base.
Digging in now, Theo Jamieson. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Matt. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings. A ball and a strike now.
You pull a fastball like that, you got to tell yourself to slow it down a little bit, play more gap to gap, and keep that front shoulder square, pointed towards the pitcher. That'll keep everything on plane.
Oh, and he misses it. Now batting, Oliver Bearden.
Now batting, the second baseman, Oliver Bearden.
And now here's a ball hit pretty well out toward right center field. Ra makes the catch, and now they might be able to double them off at first. Now this is cut and thrown to first. On to first, and they get the double. Ready for another shot now. Theo Jamieson, a hit in 2 tries so far.
They look like they're up against it here, down 3 on the road, trying to come back against a closer.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Hit in the air out to center field. Moving under it, Ra. And that's the first out of the inning.
Well, that's why you pay the closer big money, so he can come slam the door quickly when he has to. 2 pitches, 1 out, and that game's on ice. Well done.
A 4-1 finish in this evening's game. The Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp put up 4 runs in the 7th to carry them to victory. Kevin Grimsley wins his 3rd of the season. Andreas Cruz earns the save out of the bullpen, his 6th. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show. The Stars of tomorrow get their shot in the limelight today as the show's coverage of the Southern League is on the air. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the Jackson Generals and the Birmingham Barons. Jason Barrow will be on the mound for the series opener. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, you take a look at that ERA. That's a little bloated right now. This guy's a better pitcher than that, but he hasn't been real consistent. 1 good game, 1 bad game. I think what he needs to do, if he can string together 3 or 4 good.
Set to get his evening at the plate started, Luis Feliciano, and it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. Ready with the 0-1. That's lifted the other way out to left. And this is going to plate at least 2 of those runners as it's down for extra bases. He pulls into third safely as they take the lead with 2 runs. At the plate, Theo Jamison. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Theo Jamison.
Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. Hard hit
All right,
ball
hang
to
on,
second.
hang on.
Played
Right
on the
here, right here.
backhand. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. So it's no run. Digging in for his second at-bat, Russell Goslin. He flew out in his last at-bat. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. In the air now out to left field. Moving under it, Jamison. And that ends the inning. 1 hit's all they get. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. Jackson leads this one 5-0. At the plate, Theo Jamison.
The left fielder, Theo Jamison.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Drilled to the right side. And that is through into right field for a single.
Dan, after that base hit right there, he's got a 6-game hitting streak going.
You know what? And this could
The
be
right
this could
fielder,
lead him
number
on to something,
32.
some bigger and better things right here. He's been swinging the bat pretty well, and he's been rewarded for it, as you talked about. 6-game hitting.
Threw it right past him. A swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. Ready for another chance? Theo Jamison, 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game.
Jamison.
First offering on its way. Fastball, and it gets by him, a swinging strike.
Good job of making him chase that pitch down below the strike zone. That's where you want to pitch when you're looking for the double play ball.
This is driven to right, and no doubt about it, that one's way out of here. So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field. Home run number 3 here in the early going, and it's a 5-3 game now.
Well, with no outs, you can afford to give up a single, but you can't afford to give up a 3-run homer. He just caught too much of the plate. Now he's back to the drawing board. No outs, and the inning is already an ugly one.
Leading off the inning, Theo Jamison, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
1-1 to count. The 1-1. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. Leadoff hitters aboard, and that means the tying run will come forward here in the late innings.
Hard. Good job.
Yeah, that hard hit single right there. That's clean. 3 for 4. He's looking locked in.
Stepping in and ready for another shot,
right fielder,
Donnie
number
Mateo.
32.
He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier.
Yeah, and that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile. But, hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
Scooped up on the backhand. There's one on to first, but not in time as he's in.
Anytime you can win a game, let alone on the road, you have to feel really good about yourself. It's not easy going into that other team's ballpark and coming out with a win, but they did just that.
7-4 is the final score in tonight's game. The Jackson Generals jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Fernando Vila with his 4th win this season. Willie Mota records the save, his 7th of the campaign. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way on over to theshownation.com. There is rain in the area, but we've been given the go-ahead to get this one started. A good one on tap for you this afternoon between the Jackson Generals and the Birmingham Barons. Carlos Caruso, the right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, this guy's had a solid year up to this point. It's not an easy thing to do in baseball this year with all the high-scoring games, but this guy has an ERA of sub-3, and that's saying something. If he continues...
Standing in now with runners in scoring position, Theo Jamieson, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. First pitch on its way. Just able to get a piece of that for strike one. Dan Dero, as we take a look at our visiting club as they take the field in this scoreless ball game. They've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
Yeah, Matty, we had a saying in Texas, hit or get left behind. And that's exactly what this team did in their last game. Scored a bunch of runs, but good approach at the plate, working the ball to all gaps, line to line. This team swung the bats well. I'm going to be looking for that again in this one.
And he turns on this one and yanks it foul and back out of play.
When you have 2 strikes on you, as a hitter, if you get something that you can handle, you have to find a way to do some damage with it. That was a missed opportunity.
And this is swung on and missed. Oh, a huge punch out there as the bases remain loaded with 2 away now. With a moment now, let's have a look at the home team starting lineup. Mark, what needs to happen for them to get out of this rut?
Matty, this lineup is built on one thing, and that's moving the ball over the fence. This is a station-to-station team. Not a lot of speed.
At the plate, Russell Goslin. 2 hits and 8 tries for the series. Now here's the pitch.
Goslin.
Now a flare out to left center. Jamieson ranging forward. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. Into the box, Theo Jamieson, who looked to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Don't want to forget about him. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hit down the line at first. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone.
These are huge innings for a team's morale. The pitcher wants to go out and throw that shutdown inning up and get the boys back swinging the bats again with a chance to capitalize and even extend this current lead.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Liner in there for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now. Striding in, Donnie Mateo. He singled his last time up.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wave his arms.
All right, hold on,
I
right
wouldn't
here,
be
right
surprised
here,
if
right
anything
here.
hit hard.
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. So no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on. On now to the top of inning. Into the box now, Theo Jamieson.
The left fielder, Theo.
First pitch
Jamieson.
on its way. And he goes the other way as this is hit high and deep out to straightaway left. Gone! It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. 4th home run here in the early going, and they cut the gap here. It's now 6-4.
Well, that blast serves notice that this kid is as good as the hype suggests. He has the tools and the desire to be a good one in the show. Can't wait to see how his career unfolds.
So striding in, Chris
Now
Gill.
batting,
He's 1 for
the
2 in the
shortstop.
ball game.
Chris
Both
Gill.
teams have 9 hits on the scoreboard. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Jamison is right there, and there's the second out of the inning. Digging in once again, Kevin
Now batting,
Stacy. He got
the
on
catcher.
top of one and was a ground out
Kevin
victim last time.
Stacy.
1 out, nobody on. Fly ball out to straightaway left. Jamison sprinting after it around first. He's digging for second. Ready to take his hacks again. Theo
Leading off
Jamison
for the Barons,
as he'll look to follow up the
the left
2-run
fielder,
homer he launched over the
Theo
wall last time up.
Jamison.
Now here it comes. They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball 1. Hit hard on the ground to short. Gill is up with it, and the throw to first is in time. 1 gone. So now it'll be the 4-hole
The batter,
hitter, Jonathan
the center
Bouchard,
fielder,
runner in scoring
Jonathan
position with 2 gone.
Bouchard.
There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Gone! It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. Second home run early in the year as they jump ahead by 3.
Well, any insurance run you could put on the board this late in the game feels like 2 runs. That's how important they are.
Striding in to start the 9th,
Leading off
Theo
for the
Jamison,
Barons,
and they'll need him
the
to
left
get
fielder,
something going here.
Theo Jamison.
Here comes the first pitch. Now the fastball is swung on and missed.
It's amazing. I tell so many fans, you get in a box one time, the one pitch you're going to swing at more than any other is that elevated fastball. Your eyes light up as an offensive player, and you just cannot get to it.
Well, that's why you pay the closer big money, so he can come slam the door quickly when he has to. 2 pitches, 1 out, and that game's on ice. Well done.
9-6 the final tally in this one. The Jackson Generals came through when it mattered in the 9th on the way to the win. Al Schmidt claims the win out of the pen, his first. Willie Mota hammers down the save, his 8th of the season. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Mark DeRosa and Dan Plezak and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head over to theshownation.com. The game's future stars are on
Ladies and
display as
gentlemen,
minor league baseball
your
comes your way on the show.
Birmingham
Tonight, an
Barons.
intriguing matchup between the Jackson Generals and the Birmingham Barons. Carson Fulmer is the man on the mound for the 4th game of the series. Dan Plezak, what do you got?
Here's a guy that numbers can be a little bit deceiving. He has a whip in the 1.3 area and above range. It's a little higher than league average. He's been a little bit inconsistent. One good.
Digging in, Darryl Hoyt. He's 2
That's
for
it.
7 in the series
The
so
right
far.
fielder, Darryl Hoyt.
The 0-1 pitch. That's lifted the other way out to left. Moving under it, Jamison. He's there to make the catch, and here comes the runner from third as this should get him on the board. And he will score on the sacrifice fly as he's in with our first tally of the ballgame. Stepping up now, Theo
Batting sixth,
Jamison, as he'll
the
get
left
his
fielder,
first opportunity in this
Theo
one.
Jamison.
First pitch on its way. Close there, but he doesn't get the call with the breaking ball. Line, but speared on a hop. And very quickly there, they're 2 gone to start the inning. So digging in now, Les
first baseman,
Ramirez.
number
0 for
23.
1 for him here in
Les
this one.
Ramirez.
There he goes. Swing, and he pops him up. Jamison moving in. He can't get there as it falls in. Throw comes in quickly from left, so even on the hit. Stepping into the box, Tommy Brewer. 0 for 1 here in the early going.
Tommy Brewer.
Now a swing and a ball popped in the air back behind short. Bourbon is there to put it away and finally put an end to the inning. 9 men come to the plate, 4 score. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. The Generals lead it 5-0. So stepping in, Chris Gill. 5 base hits in the series for him through 9 at-bats, so he's been very productive at the plate.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
And this will be pulled in just in front of the warning track for the first out. Striding into the box, Theo Jamison. He got on top of one and was a ground down victim last time.
Jamison.
A shot to first base and caught there to end the inning. So no runs. Now to the plate, Theo Jamison.
Now batting, the left fielder.
Ready with the first pitch.
Theo
Here it comes.
Jamison.
Rolled slowly down the first baseline, but a foul ball here. 0-1. Line towards center field. Bouchard is there. 2 gone. Stepping in, Russell Goslin. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, always
Russell
frustrating to go down looking. Everybody does it, though. You'll have a few ABs where you get completely fooled. Look for him to be on the attack early in the setback.
Bourbon will stay with it as he backs up. So the lineup flips over and digging in, Les Ramirez. He singled his last time up.
Les
Gill leads off first
Ramirez.
with a pair of outs in the inning. Now a swing, and he gets him to pop it up. In there, a base hit.
Hey, Dan, this guy's having a monster series on the road. Were you aware of the home road splits?
I think every player is, and sometimes this is a matter of being even.
Ready once again, Theo
Now
Jamison.
batting, left fielder, Theo Jamison.
He's set and the pitch. This pitch is popped up. Goslin is calling for it. 2 gone.
And this will wind up being one of those kind of saves you used to see back in the 70s. I'll tell you, he was on fumes at the end there, but he found a way to get it done.
8-2 tonight's final. The Jackson Generals took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. Alvaro Diaz earns the win, his second. Carson Fulmer couldn't work out of the third inning, taking the loss. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com.